Welcome back to Zildjian.com, or welcome if this is the first time viewing. Trying to understand groove and feel. Two words with, such a magic to it, and that sometimes are very hard to define, especially on paper, on the music notation. It's such a hard thing to do. And that's why we're here with video and audio to bring home for you or at your studio some of these ideas. I'm here to tell you what I have conceived as far as trying to explain to my students how to achieve a better feel when playing on the drum set. And we have talked about the importance of repetition and body motion. Okay, so trying to get our rhythm, to get ourselves to move in the first place, then the musicians we play with, and eventually as a collective effort, the audience. And also repetition, how that cycle could get people to relate to the music, to what you're doing, and eventually feel it, receive it. That's where the groove is. It's that power of, connecting the music to the audience. And now I want to expand a little bit talking about timing, but more so phrasing. There's a difference. While you should continue to work, or start to work if you haven't done it, with a metronome, the one thing that I'd like to discuss is actually going a little beyond the metronome and play with phrasing, which sometimes is the next step. After you established a solid timing, you should understand that every song, every rhythm has a clave, has an organic rhythm into it, which is really important for you to understand if you're covering somebody else's music, or to create one if you're playing original music. And these rhythms are very, very organic. That's the same as saying, a 2-5-1 chord progression in harmony. That's such a pleasant sound. Everybody can relate to that, in most cultures at least. So for rhythms, there are some that are very organic, and they come back in different size, shape, and forms over the years, and they will always be with us. Think about the clave. It's not only for people that want to study and master Afro-Cuban music, but it's one of those rhythms, again, in different size, shapes, and forms that comes back through styles and tempos and generations. We're going to pick a son clave, and it goes like this. So this is your 1. 2 bars. The hi-hat was the beginning of bar 1, beat 1 of bar 1. So it's a 2-bar phrase. It's a question and answer. That's what's really magic about it. That, it has this sort of dialogue between the first bar and the second bar. So if I only use these 5 notes as my time reference, I'm going to play a rhythm, and I'll start, simple and then possibly elaborate. But what I'm singing here, and maybe even out loud while I play, is these 5 notes. And they're going to help me tremendously to stay in the pocket and stay in the groove. Okay? Until next time, Sergio Bellotti at Zildjian.com, and we hope to see you soon.